And now the conclusion.
Pew, 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 pew.
Speaking of just old nostalgia things, I wanted to throw this out there. I know, Eric, you own one of these. I'm gonna do a quick share real quick of my screen. Talk about one of the greatest toys that ever existed. The U.S.S. Flagg. There she is, boys, in all of her glory.
That's Eric right there, actually, the ginger.
The ginger, right? On the bottom of the side.
Yeah. That's why I had to dye my hair years later, right? Take a look.
You got too famous from this ad. Kids kept recognizing, hey, it's the ginger kid from the Flagg ad. Will you sign my Flagg? So just I know we always try and cover, like one of these old school vintage toys, and I just thought we might this week we might cover the the mecha, the coup de grace, or the just the best one. Eric, you've got one. What are your and you like to flex about it? So what are your favorite features about this enormous 7-foot toy? What do you like most about it?
Probably the best thing about it is that it's like an 8-foot wide diorama. I mean, you can display. What have I got? I got about 6 or 7 planes parked on it.
Oh wow!
So it was nice just to be able to, because most of my planes I have like on shelves, kind of on either side of the room, but they're all just kind of crammed together. Space is obviously a premium, but with this, I could actually put them on there. They look like they're. I mean, they're a little cramped on there as well, but it's a nice display piece for the vehicles. Instead of having all my figures just on shelves and rows, I can actually put them on the Flagg, have them doing the refueling or whatever. So yeah, when I bought this off of eBay for a while, I was just like, how am I going to display this thing? Where am I going to put it? It was just in pieces for years, actually, but it was such a low price when I got it, I just had to buy it. Even like some of you guys have said, you buy things with you don't have a place to put it, but you're buying it in the hopes that one day you will have a spot where you can set it up. And so when I moved to this house a few years back, finally I had this extra room, and I could create a table for it so I could get it up off the floor and store some vehicles underneath. Also, again, maximizing the space that I've got. So that's why I have these shelves underneath with rows of vehicles. I want to get some lighting for these, so hopefully on a future episode you'll be able to see the vehicles that I have. But yeah, the only thing that I don't have for it, so I guess I can't say it's 100% complete, is I do not have the what do you call it, the megaphone speakerphone accessory that kid is using in the picture. That
did the other kid?
Yeah, my friend there. I wouldn't say I really spend that much time playing with it. It's more just I've got it all set up the way that I like it, and I just kind of walk into the room, and every once in a while I admire it and go, "It's nice to have this."
It's good to have land.
I think it would make an awesome coffee table.
It's pretty sturdy, actually. Yeah, you can. It's big enough to use as a dining room table. I think you could eat off of it.
Where the missiles are, that could be like a cup holder or something.
Yeah, man, I just thought we'd hit this on this real quick. I know that when they were designing it, they sent the designers out to an actual aircraft carrier, and they took photos, and they got blueprints and all kind of stuff, and loaded us up with all kind of features, the spinning antenna and the little radio you were mentioning, and the missile launchers, and they've got like a firewall, all kind of stuff, man. It just really crazy. And I just wanted to make sure that we if we were going to touch on something today, that it would be this, just because it's such just a cool, old nostalgic piece. But now that we're coming up a little over an hour now, we should probably wrap it up before Aaron kills us. So anything else before we get out of here, gentlemen? Anything you want to throw out there? Any toy stuff?
How about some reveals, some pickups?
I forgot. I actually have a pickup in the car. But it was raining really bad, so I didn't go out and grab it. What do you got, Chris?
I got a few things.
Hell yeah, let's see it.
Have this that just came in, the Shran figure from X06.
Nice. Yeah, I've got mine too.
Pretty awesome.
Are the antennae like movable at all, or are they?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
There's a little play in them, but I don't really want to mess with them because I don't want them to break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nanjin actually, somebody asked Nanjin about that, and he said that he's like, if we would have done that, then the price point would have just been out of control. Like,
Oh,
I think it was a price point issue. Yeah.
I don't know. Does to me like the nose seems like a little white. I don't know if it's like
You're right.
if
Yeah.
that's just the way mine
Maybe-
is.
I thought that was just glare. I can
Same
go
here,
look at
yeah.
mine after this and see and check it out. And
I mean, it is kind of like glare, but it's also kind of like weathering on the face, like like a two-tone kind of
oh,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, like like we have like that pinkish hue.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's awesome. It's really great figure. I think it's great. I love this figure.
yeah, that's a good looking Tran.
I don't really have room for him right now, but I'm thinking about boxing up Chakotay.
Oh, after STLV. And,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
that's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, a little bit of that kind of, but also like I'm just like, do I really need all these figures? Like, I mean, until I get a bigger display or another one, I would rather have Shran on display. I would like to have at least 2 figures from each each series to represent the series. So
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I mean, I would much prefer to just have Janeway and Tuvok, because Tuvok we all know was originally should have been the first officer.
Oh, but he got the shaft for Chakotay.
And let's see, I also have this Apocalypse from Diamond Select.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he comes with different hand attachments and stuff. I got this one cheap on OfferUp, so it's like missing one of the hoses, unfortunately. But it's still a really cool figure. It's like bigger than most of them because the Diamond Select, the Marvel Select figures are also always usually a little bigger. But I don't know. As far as like villains and stuff, I like the Marvel Select figures. Like the Juggernaut that they make is really awesome.
I didn't realize. I don't know. I don't think I knew that Diamond Select had a Marvel line. I'm not sure if I knew that or not.
Yeah. I also picked up this Monica Rambeau from the new Marvels movie coming out.
Very nice. I need to watch the series. The
Miss Marvel?
Yeah.
Oh, it's honestly it's one of my favorite the Disney series.
That little girl, I've never watched it before, but when I saw her in the trailer, I was like, she's one of the best. She seems like she's one of the best parts of the MCU already, and I've never seen her before. I know she was in a series. She seems very funny. She seems great.
And I think she's really charismatic, but also like the fact that she was a fan first and then got the role from like being a fan. I think it works well with the character too. Like that I know it's like a unpopular opinion, but also like that show and She-Hulk I think are my 2 favorite of the MCU shows because they're just so different from like all the other
nice
MCU stuff. It's like kind of like a breath of fresh air. Like it's like, oh, okay, this is like own kind of thing, but still in the.
That's how I felt about WandaVision too. I felt like something really different.
And then I have one more.
Cool.
I have this War Doctor from Big Chief Studios. Rest in peace. Here it kind of came and went, but it's like John Hurt as the War Doctor from the 50th anniversary episode. So yeah,
I like all the layers there of clothing. It's really
kind of like takes a little bit of from all the doctor's outfits. This one he actually comes with like a big gun too, which is cool. But if you know the Doctor, he doesn't use guns, but he's like this version of him is really dark, and I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, it's cool.
Oh, nice. Anything else from anybody else? You got to show off, talk about, hit up before we hit the old dust.
I just got one real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
This is the
Very nice.
ToyBoyz Ultra Street Fighter 2 line that just started. So Ryu is one of the first figures to come out in the line. Fei Long is the other one, and then there's a Chun Li that's coming.
Nice.
And then they had an evil Ryu figure that was a SDCC exclusive. So I was
What
able to snag that.
What do you think about the double neck joint?
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is going to be close enough to demonstrate it, but I mean, you can really get the head to look down, and look up. Pretty
Yeah.
rare in this scale to have that much mobility.
Wow.
So that's a big bonus. I wasn't expecting that. This is a $25 figure, so they did a really good job with the wash, to give it. So it's not just all pristine white, it's kind of got a weathered look to it.
Yeah.
Definitely looks like he's been in a few battles. Comes with another set of hands here. So these hands would be more like he's doing the fireball, the Hadoken, where he's going
Yeah.
like that. And that
Oh, nice.
even gives you stand, and you can even adjust the height of the fireball, based on if Ryu's crouching way down or if he's standing more upright. So I didn't expect that either. And an extra head as well, more of a fierce
Nice.
expression.
Wow.
So yeah, when you compare to this like Hasbro's offerings, I mean this is impressive to get all this for 25. This is
I
more
was
like
about that
Yeah.
$25. What?
Wow.
yeah. Hasbro would probably call this a deluxe figure because of the fireball and price it at 35.
Yeah. So what's the height on it about? But what do you think it is? Is that 6 or
Yeah, it's definitely 6.
what? Who makes that? Is that Jada?
Yeah, Jada Toys.
Nice. They have like a whole Street Fighter 2 line coming out, right?
Yeah, so they've got the 3+1 exclusive that have kind of been announced and are just starting to come out now, but the responses on all the forums I've been reading has been like really people are over the moon about these, and I think they're going to sell a ton and they're going to keep going,
I
and
hope so,
hopefully
man.
the whole cast of all the fighters will come out.
I think that's just kind of what we need is like maybe these some smaller companies making really high quality stuff with lots of features like you just showed off in that 6-inch line, which is great, but a $25 price point is huge. You know what I mean? That's everything about that's worth it,
There's I'm sure you're familiar with Storm Collectibles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of fighting game related figures over the years, but they're all like $100. So I was always kind of like, well, that's a big commitment if I want to have the whole cast of 12
Yeah.
fighters, $100 each. So I kind of just stayed away from that. But with these, yeah, no issue pre-ordering all of them right out of the
Yeah.
gate.
All in for $300 to get the whole thing. That's pretty dope. No, I agree.
I have a Storm Lobo figure from Injustice, and I had it up on the shelf, and it took a nosedive, and it just broke in half, and it's just like,
Oh,
and that was like 120. That's like $120 figure. But like, yeah, if it was more in that $25 range, I'd be like, okay, I'll just buy another one, But
Yeah. What are you gentlemen up to for the rest of the day?
I'm actually gonna go pick up a toy right now.
Oh God.
nice.
Nice. What are you going to get?
I'm gonna go pick up a Mafex Magneto.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
So yeah, I've been my hero shelf on my Marvel Legends is getting a little packed. So I'm like I want, because I recently made it into two separate shelves because it was just getting out of hand and there was no more room. So I was like, I'm gonna do like a villains shelf. So now I'm trying to go and pick up some more villains to fill that shelf up. It's like a $90 figure, and it's probably the best like Magneto that's out there. He has like a soft goods cape and like a couple heads and different hands and stuff, and like like the weird looking magnetism like formations and stuff. So it's a cool figure, but I don't know if I want to pay $90 for it, but it's the best interpretation of Magneto out there in that scale.
Yeah, I'm
But,
looking at it right now. It looks good. I like the cape. It looks like a microfiber cloth or something like that. It looks really nice.
yeah, and I watched like a YouTuber like a review, and he put all the figures like next to each other, like a comparison. So I was like, actually, that's like a pretty cool figure. So I want to get it, and I found somebody who was willing to trade. So I'm gonna trade him a NECA Rocky figure for the Magneto.
Nice.
Very cool,
Wow,
man.
it seems like you're getting the better end of the deal there.
Yeah.
But I mean, who knows? Like I don't know if he could have opened it before, or if it's like one of those knockoffs where but I mean I've had the Rocky figure for a while, and I picked it up for a decent price at the time. I wish I would have bought two, but yeah, it's like it's just sitting up in my closet. So I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna get rid of this. And but I don't know, when I think when I like the Rocky movies and stuff, and I like those NECA figures, but the other ones are just so pricey, where it's just like if you want to get them, you'd have to get like all of them for it to be like, really cool. Plus, I have so many like NECA of the action, like the action figures, like like the ones based on action movies
Right.
that are sitting in a box somewhere. Like I have the Commando, I have the Rambo, which those I think are the best. I love all the Rambo. I'm more of a Rambo fan than a Rocky fan, but yeah, I have Rambo figures. I have the Predator, like what's Arnold Schwarzenegger. But those are just sitting in a box because most of my collection is like horror and sci-fi that I don't really have room for.
Yeah.
I heard Arnold's coming back to the Predator franchise.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel like I just read this yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was always supposed to. He was supposed to make an appearance in the Robert Rodriguez Predators movie, but I believe because he was doing his governor duties that he couldn't be in it or something. But that was a great movie too. That was like one of my favorite of the sequels, was that Predators movie.
Somebody just told me a week ago that I need to go see it. I kind of after Alien versus Predator, I just kind of didn't watch any of the other sequels. But yeah, if they're good, I'll go back and revisit.
I love Aliens vs Predator. I think over time too, I liked it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Predators is so good. Like some people don't like it, but I think it was just the intro to the movie is like one of the coolest fucking intros, and one of the big reveals like is really awesome. Adrian Brody surprisingly is fucking badass in that movie, and the Berserker, all the Predators, the new Predator designs, like I think I don't know, I thought it was fucking good. And then there's also like the rest of the cast is pretty good too. Walton Goggins, who I think is like,
oh yeah,
actor, he's in it, and just Danny Trejo. Like there's a bunch of cool actors in there that like make appearances.
They
Cool,
should do like a crossover with Predator and
Machete.
What's the movie he makes with all the action heroes? The Expendables.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Just like a fucking crossover where they go at it with each other.
I thought it would have been cool if in the second one, instead of Danny Glover, it was Sylvester Stallone.
Oh yeah.
Only because like Danny Glover's a great actor, but I just feel as far as like being prey, like Arnold Schwarzenegger was such a fucking badass in the 80s that like who's the counter to like Arnold Schwarzenegger is like,
Stallone, yeah.
Top two action stars at the time. So yeah, that would have made perfect sense.
Yeah.
and he's played a cop in so many movies too. I just thought that would have been a good one, but whatever.
Getting close to the X-Men, was it 97 animated series?
Yeah. In the comics, they're doing like a Wolverine versus Predator comic book.
Really?
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
That's interesting. Because then I feel like then you're like, can he be impregnated with an alien? And if he does, will his body fight it? Will it pop out of him? Well, you know what happens? Like, what happens if Wolverine gets impregnated with an alien?
Predator, not alien.
Oh, so but there's no alien involved? Oh, it's just straight up. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then I feel like then with Predator, like he shoots him with that thing and like he completely blows up. But I think Wolverine literally, like, as long as one atom exists of Wolverine, then his healing power kicks in and he comes back.
Yeah.
Like I think he literally could he has survived a nuclear blast in the comics of the past, so that's interesting.
This is the Rocky figure I'm gonna trade. Yeah.
Unopened.
Oh, okay.
That's not a bad figure, but yeah, I think you're getting the better end of the deal for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, that was
Nice.
like a $20 figure when it came out, and
Yeah. I think I maybe 30 for it or something, but
yeah, I have those Rocky figures, the whole line, just in a box, basically not on display because just other things I wanted to display more. So kudos
Yeah.
to you for being able to let go of it. Where I feel like, oh no, one day I'll have another shelf somewhere. So I just keep hanging on to stuff.
I had the Apollo Creed head because I was like, oh, maybe one day I'll make like a Dylan from Predator. But I just sold it recently, like on eBay. I even had the NECA did like a was it the one of the guy who was like the director of the movie, Shane Black. I forgot his character in Predator, but it was like a San Diego Comic Con exclusive. I just recently sold that one too.
How much did you get for that one?
That was a trade, so I got like
Okay.
like 3 Marvel Legends out of it. So basically like $100 value.
Yeah.
Omega Red, Sabretooth, and Jubilee.
Yeah, that really annoyed me that they had the Carl Weathers likeness for Rocky figures, but they somehow couldn't come up with a Predator figure.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
Maybe I don't, and I've seen some pretty good customs out there too, but I would have loved to have like a Jesse the Body Ventura
Yeah.
Lane figure because he was such badass in that movie. Yeah,
Well,
all of them.
All of them. I want the whole
Yeah.
crew. I want Billy. If you guys haven't seen it, go to YouTube and look up Predator the musical. I don't know if you've seen that.
Predator for me
I
is like
don't-
one of the top 5 movies. Like,
Oh
it's
yeah, easily.
up there with like Jaws. Like, fucking such a great movie. Like,
Jaws is an excellent movie. Yeah. I don't know if I can agree with Predator on that, but definitely Jaws for sure. Yeah.
dude, Predator's so good though,
I
man.
have to go
It-
back and
I-
watch
yeah, I
Predator
just-
though as an adult.
That's
all
that
the way
same
through.
Yeah, it holds up.
kind of
It
like
does.
a thing where it's like you're looking from the perspective of like the
Like the thermal.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like the Gorn in Strange New Worlds. Oh, okay, I get what you're now.
And then you get that big reveal of like how the Predator looks like later on.
Yeah.
Just the fucking the score to that movie too is so
It's
good.
it's great.
I listen to it pretty
Um,
often, actually. Alan Silvestri. Yep.
The design of the Predator. I love the lines. I think the cast is great. Like, I don't know, man. So good.
Well, the whole last like 15, 20 minutes where, it's just like, hand to hand combat essentially. Like,
It's like sci-fi with horror and action too. It's like everything.
Yeah.
Plus, it's got like those great Arnold one-liners in it.
Yep.
Cool. All right, gentlemen. Well, I think that just about wraps it up for this edition. It's been another great episode of the ToyBoyz podcast. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe at the ToyBoyz podcast. So on behalf of Eric, Jared, Chris, Avery, and myself, keep on collecting.
Pew, 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 pew.
I feel like I really gotta make love to this mic. Like I really gotta get up all up in it.
Let me go look in the mirror real quick.
What the fuck? You're looking right into a camera. What the? What we need is a producer. We like a producer that does all the stuff that we were just talking about. That looks it up.
Fuck you.
What? But like you know how like a radio producer, there's like the person who does all like the grunt work. You know what I mean? Like not you. I mean you do all the editing and all the everything else. Because I feel like
You mean a PA production assistant?
sure, yeah. Let's find
Okay.
somebody. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I could do some of that stuff for you if I even knew what you were referring to in your notes, but I don't.
Well, that's on you to do your homework. We can't make you do it.
I do the homework afterwards when I have to go look up the pictures of things that you don't send me ahead of time.
And then we've also got 30 minutes worth of nonsense that we just talked about for her to be able to use for B-roll and stuff. So it's good. It's good. We got a backlog now. All right,
Great.
cool.
We give her more work that she doesn't want to do.
Yeah, we pay her those 6 figures, right? So that
Right.
Rikers and Malkorian, if she wants that Rikers and Malkorian, she's got
she just had a deduction recently. I forgot why, but hopefully she'll earn that 6 figure.
yeah. Did she lose the Geordie and the dress
Yeah.
uniform or